Hello, my name is Chandra Phillips, and I am the Teaching and Learning Specialist for Secondary Social Studies, grades 6 through 12. Welcome to Secondary Social Studies Tools and Resources, grades 6 through 12. Today's objective. By the end of this training, administrators will have a better understanding of social studies resources available for teachers. Today's agenda. We will review the Louisiana Department of Educational Resources, Caddo resources and website, overview of navigating social studies Canvas course, modules in Commons, the Caddo Scope and Sequence guides, upcoming professional development, and task force members. First, let's discuss the Louisiana Department of Educational Resources. As you see, I've clicked the link to Google because I want it to be easier for you to tell your teachers how to get the Louisiana Department and the Louisiana Department resources. What I usually tell teachers to do is to type in the Louisiana Department of Education. And as you see, a search menu will come up in Google. This has been my experience, the easiest way to find resources on the state website. So then perhaps your teachers would like to know what all resources are available to them for social studies. I would simply type in one of the support documents title like Social Studies, Scope, and Sequence. And it has social studies sequence documents, scope and sequence documents. And here you see all the K through 12 social studies resources that are available to teachers, from their key themes to their assessment guides, their companion documents, their scope and sequence, distant learning documents, as well as task set for each grade and subject. This has been my experience, the easiest way to tell teachers how to get to the resources that are available on the state website. Now, let's talk about Caddo Parish Schools social studies resources. First of all, I'm excited to announce that we will soon be launching the Teaching and Learning website with all the resources that are available for teachers. When you get an opportunity to visit this, when it is launched, teachers will be able to go in and search by subjects. In there, you will see that under the social studies, they find that they have the elementary, middle, and high school resources. When you click on one of them for secondary, for high school, it also provides you with various resources that are available for teachers. This is a great way. We still have our original Caddo Social Studies website up and available, but in the near future, this is how teachers will find our resources. Now, not only do we have our websites, but we also have where most of the teachers will find, and I think that's probably the easiest way, is the Caddo Social Studies Canvas page. And I encourage, if your teachers on your campus have not yet joined the Caddo Social Studies page, please do so. Teachers will find resources that are available to them, such as district lesson plans, events or days that we have district-wide PD. I make sure I link that in as well for professional development, along with all the resources that are available for grades 6 through 12 by grade or subject for middle and high school. When they go to these, this is where they would more than likely find our resources that they need, from everything from their scope and sequence to their assessment guides to their scope and sequence guides created by Caddo Parish. I also want to talk about modules. When we look at the social studies page, if you encourage your teachers to go to Commons, when they go to Commons, if they filter by Caddo Parish schools, remember, we don't want our teachers just going out there getting in and everything off Commons. We really want them to only get those things that are available to them through that's created through our departments or Caddo Parish that are aligned with our Tier 1 curriculum. So once you filter through Caddo Parish, make sure I do that, and look at the resources that are available. If you type in social studies, you will know the modules that I produce or that are produced by my department. Because of this background or this picture, it will say Caddo Parish, and you see that it has the check to let you know that it is official. When you click on this, we have sample modules for our testing areas where teachers can go in, and it has the module already built for them, so they get a chance to see what a module looks like and can download that to do their own. So for example, this is unit 1 for US history. As you can see, this lesson has already been built out for teachers in a module format, so they can see this is 2 samples of the industrial expansion through progressive era, model lessons for teacher, all the way down from the introduction to the bell ringer. And teachers can actually take this template and build their whole modules this year if they haven't done so already, or if last year you know that their modules were not organized, hard to read for students and parents. This is a guide to help teachers this school year. Now they're a little more comfortable with Canvas and what they can do with it. So once again, I encourage teachers to take advantage of these modules, that templates that are available for them in the Caddo Commons section. The Caddo Parish Scope and Sequence Guide. Here is a model of what one of our guides look like. As you can see, I just pulled up one. Here's the 7th grade for unit 1. We encourage teachers to use this because it provides for them a table of contents where they can see it broke down by unit and topics. We also have a generic schedule so that whatever day 1 of teacher's instruction, we kind of have it. Now, it can't be perfect because, of course, every teacher has to accommodate their teaching and pacing based on their students' needs. But at the same time, this kind of gives teacher a gauge as well as administrators on where teachers are or where they approximately should be in their instruction. So here we have this schedule with the links live that go directly to the scope and sequence activity, as well as we put in a few extra activities. We also built our scope and sequence guides to incorporate primary and secondary resources for teachers to utilize as assessments, whether they want to use them for bell ringers. Some teachers maybe like to use them for an end of the week quiz, or save them and use them as some form of assessment to help know or gauge where their students are. This is we recommend that teachers do utilize this. It's called the Unwrap strategy, which is an annotating strategy teachers use to annotate the documents. And then we give students questions where they actually answer LEAP type format questions to make sure we have that rigor that they need. So many of our S&S guides have multiple select or graphic organizers to help prepare students for click and drag type questions. We also put in TWR, or the Writing Revolution strategies for teachers. What I love about the fact that my task force and I have done is when we went in and created these guides, the TWRs actually align with the current content. So not only are they building their writing in social studies, but they're building their writing for other areas, but at the same time, they are learning social studies content along with the process. These serve as great resources for assessment for your students in the classroom and for activities and materials. So once again, this has been created for teachers to help use as a tool to help support them in the classroom. But not only do we have Unwraps and TWRs to help support teachers in the classroom, but the task force and myself also went in and we've created model lessons per unit. So you actually have it where it's set up and say, okay, this is the objective, this is the unit claim, the essential questions. Here are the activities aligned with the scope and sequence. Here's what a daily lesson looks like. So teachers have an actual model per unit. This year, I'm so excited that teachers have this opportunity to utilize this tool. Last year, I know we were all just trying to learn everything from Canvas into what resources are available to us. I think this year we have a little more focus and goal and vision. So once again, encourage your teachers to utilize these resources that are available to them. Professional development opportunities for teachers. I showed you on my Canvas course where links are available for teachers to use to see when we have professional development days and different scheduled special days that will be linked to my Canvas page. But in the meantime, remember that we have a new feature of things that we're doing in Caddo Parish where your sessions are broken down by summer, fall, winter, and spring. So in order to help track PD and make it easier for us as well as yourselves. So now teachers can actually go ahead and log into their CickUp. When they log into their CickUp, they can browse events and they can actually browse events by the learning session. So they could actually click in summer, type in my name, Chandra Phillips, and then it will pull up all the sessions that are available for teachers for this summer, as well as self-paced courses, which we have unit studies, unit planning available. So these are definitely things and opportunities that you want your teachers to take advantage of, where they can either look at the self-paced versions, especially like if you have new teachers that have not been exposed to the writing revolution or are still learning how about the new resource that are available to them in social studies. I heavily encourage that they take advantage of this and utilize these new features in CickUp to help them to navigate. Task force members, you'll see a list of our task force members from various schools across the parish to try to we wanted a wide range of teachers from various schools to try to help support all our learners at Caddo Parish. If you have a teacher on your campus who you feel that would be vital to the social studies task force and you want them to be a part of it, please contact me and give me their names if you think that they could really help us in this area. Really always searching for the talent to help support our students here in Caddo Parish. So by all means, if you would like some of your teachers to join the task force and you have some recommendations, please send me an email. Next steps. Make sure all social studies teachers in your campus are enrolled in the secondary social studies course. Encourage teachers to participate in professional development. Check the academic newsletter and Canvas course for announcements and updates. If you have any questions or need more information, please contact me, Chandra Phillips, at cmphillips@caddoschools.org, and I can be reached at 318-635-5809. Thank you.